Well, good afternoon, everybody. Just wanted to take a moment here and reach out to you. We've been getting a lot of questions here on the project and thought it would be best if we just took a few minutes, recorded a video, and tried to answer some of your questions. And so one of the questions that I've been receiving really from a number of sources is, will you be able to access PeopleSoft from home once the oneusg platform goes live? And so it's a loaded question and it's a loaded answer. If anybody knows anything, I'm not brief about these things, so I'm going to try and give you the best answer I can. And so when the pilot implementation goes live, you will not be able to access PeopleSoft from home on a public network. What that means is those of you who have VPN connectivity or you're able to connect to your institution's network remotely, you will have, if you are able to connect, you will be able to have access to PeopleSoft. You will not be able to go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and connect to PeopleSoft. You actually will have to be connected to the network. Now, that is not our long-term strategy. That is our short-term strategy. Our long-term strategy is actually to give people access to PeopleSoft publicly. But there's some work we have to do. Many of you all have heard about the incidents at a Home Depot or Target where people have gotten hacked and they've gotten a lot of information back and ultimately had to deploy something like LifeLock to protect their personal information. Well, before we deploy publicly, we need to make sure that we've got the right controls in place. And so what that means is that we are going to be encrypting your PII, your personally identifiable information. And so that if we were to get hacked, in the unlikely event, but if we were to get hacked, even if they got down to the database level, they really wouldn't be getting anything but a bunch of gobbledygook, which is our ultimate goal here. And so what our plan is we'll deploy the pilot, and then we'll put this encryption in place, and then we want to be able to deploy PeopleSoft publicly probably around the open enrollment time frame. If you think about it, we really need to have a publicly viable solution for when it's time to do open enrollment for our retirees or people who don't have access to a computer. Now, the good news is we've got a little bit of time. The bad news is that's right around the corner. So anyway, I hope that gives people a flavor of where we're going, when we're going there. So big picture is that you should be able to access it by, let's say, September, October of 16 publicly. The one other thing I will tell you, though, is that I don't want you to walk away thinking that you're going to have access to everything publicly through the internet. We are going to distinguish between the things that you can do publicly versus the things you can do on the network. And so most likely the security that will be granted publicly will be limited to those things around employee self-service and around benefits enrollment and life events. Okay, so it's not going to be everything. It's going to be a subset. And if you do need everything, though, you clearly will have the ability to do that, but you will be required to have VPN connectivity. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any more questions, we really want to encourage you to use our communication tools. Number one, you can email us at oneusg@usg.edu, or feel free to go to our website, www.usg.edu/oneusg. You'll notice a link in there with an FAQ section, and we've really been trying to invest a lot there and give people updates about what's going on in the project and the different decisions that have been made. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.